Hello everybody, good morning to one and all. This is Kranth and I'll be taking you classes on Photoshop for a while. Alright, so we've been talking about Photoshop and what kind of tools will be there in Photoshop and how exactly the Photoshop is used or how to use Photoshop, and we were been learning about the basics till yesterday, and from yesterday we were been learning about tools and how to use tools in the Photoshop. So people, I think everybody are practicing, right? So I think yesterday we have totally concentrated on how to basically use mark tool, and we were been also using a selection tool, and we were been seeing that, seeing how to use it, and we are also been learning about the shortcuts on how to use the Photoshop. So today we are going to go a little deep into Photoshop, which is an amazing and interesting topic that you have to listen to, and we'll be going in deep to Photoshop, and we'll be learning today how to use lasso tool, which is basically used as cutting tool, which you can cut the images from one picture and you can paste it in another place. Right, so this is a something interesting class that we're going to learn. So let us see how exactly the Photoshop will be there, and let us start doing the Photoshop. Right, so let us see the slide here. So this is the interface of Photoshop, and we have as you know, I'll remind you once again, this is the layer box, which is very important. Without any layers, you really can't work. Without creating a new layer, you really can't work properly. So always remember, people, this is the layer box. And yesterday, if you remember, we have been saved. We have saved our file. So let us see where we have saved. So for opening the saved file, just Control plus O, we have here, and I think we have saved it in our desktop. So let us see. Yes, wonderful. We had our PSD file. So I am opening it. Let us see what we have done yesterday. Amazing, isn't it? So whatever we have done yesterday, all those were being here. All right, really good. Yesterday we have been doing this. So today we'll do a new one. Let's make it APSSDC project. Okay. So now let's work on new file. So here we have an amazing file. So today I'm going to basically teach you about the third tool that we have here, that is lasso tool. All right, what is that? Lasso tool. So I'll put you into Word. So let us see what we have been learning. So today we are going to get introduced to So this is something that you have to remember, people, and the shortcut for this is L. All right. So here we have lasso tool in front of us. So let's see how to use that. Okay. So now there are three kinds of lasso tools: lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, magnetic lasso tool. This is like really advanced version of tools. So we'll first use lasso tool and we'll see how to use this tool. People, remember, to use this tool, I always want to say you that you should do it in a image. I mean, this lasso tool is basically used for cutting the images and editing the images. So you can just remember only one thing. This is here basically helps you in actually cropping the image, or to cut that correctly, or to put a proper image from one place to another place. So these will help you in doing good things, good editings. In fact, if you want to place something, if you want to cut something very neat, you can do with this. All right. So let us see how it actually been used. All right. So let us see here. All right. So that is open an image. Let's see. Where can we find some images? Okay. So yes, I have the APSSDC image here. All right. So now I just want to cut this and put this into new layer. So what I'll do, I want only this particular thing to be cut, you know. So what I do, I'll maximize it. And now what I do, I'll go here, select lasso tool. I'll maximize more by pressing Control plus plus plus. So if you can see, we have images pixelite. So go accordingly to the pixel. Just hit the left mouse button. You know, by clicking the left mouse button, you can draw, literally draw from where do you want to. You just have to click the left mouse button and keep clicking it. Don't leave the left mouse button, because if you leave the left mouse button, the selection will undo it. So by clicking the left mouse button, you just have to keep going, you know. See, so this is how you do it. Though I have left the left mouse button, it got selected. So never ever leave the left mouse button. Keep doing it. Just press once and start doing it. All right. Never leave the left mouse button, because if you leave the left mouse button, the selection will get selected. So probably do it. See, because here the mouse, you have a problem. Okay, you know, let us see. I just want to cut this, or else, you know, I'll just cut it like this. Most of the people won't use this, because you just have to keep pressing it all the time. I'll just give you a basic idea on how to use it. So I am actually drawing with the mouse. So what I have done, I have just drawn till the end of it, and I just have to leave the mouse left button. If you leave the left mouse button, it gets selected. So I'll minimize it. All right, I have minimized it. I'll also minimize this. So now, you know, go to Move tool. If you go here, automatically a symbol called scissor symbol, you know, if you keep here, automatically the scissor symbol is coming on the cursor. So put the left mouse button, drag it, paste it. So did we get that? Yes, we have got that, isn't it? So if you can see here, this is what you have cut and pasted. You don't need anyway color switch. So we have something called that we have cut it and pasted here. So this is lasso tool, to just use it very frequently to cut it. So now I'll show you another thing which is very important. Okay. So we have lasso tool which we have been using. So now I'll tell you what is polygonal lasso tool. All right. This is one of the important things that you have to remember, because this can make you cut very smooth. You know, this will help you in cutting very nice, very advanced. So here what can happen, once you click, there is no need of, there is really no need of clicking the mouse continuously. You can just click and then leave it, so that it will take it from the point, right? Nice, isn't it? So you have to keep adding points for this polygonal lasso tool. I'll show you how to cut it. So I'm clicking once left mouse button, and then I'll start going. So again, to put a point here, see, you can't just go like this, right? So go here whenever you're finding a curve, give one left mouse button. So the point is been added here. So from here I'll go again. I'll put up another left, again I'll click once the left mouse button. So again the point is added there. So like that, you can basically go by clicking it. So I just want to go till here, click and click and click and click, 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 click. This is what, for the perfection of the work, this has been used. This will make your work more easier to cut it in a right way. See, I am cutting it very smooth. Just make sure you always work on the pixels. Pixels means this boxes that you can see is basically known as pixels. When you work on pixels, what happens, you will have a very nice output. So that's how I am basically cutting this. So I've been cutting this. People in Photoshop, you should have a lot of patience, because you need to work very carefully and sometimes there will be mistake. Guys, I forgot to say you. So here you have clicked once, but you don't want this thing to be happened here. So what you just have to do, the selection have happened. So now I'll tell you, we have this thing very cut smoothly. Take the selection tool, paste it. So I think you can see this. See how nice we have cut this. We have cut it very smooth, and before coming here, what I'll do, I'll just after this I can apply again a nice shadows or something, and You can see it's looking good, isn't it? This is one of the things that you can do. So this is how you're basically cutting a thing from Photoshop and pasting it in a new layer. So this is how you basically cut something and paste something. Okay, the most important thing that you have to remember all the time. Yeah, I'll delete the first layer because I think it's not necessary. So just drag it, drop it. Okay, so we have been working on this. So now I want another thing from here. So let us think we want S from here. So basically what you can do, you can, or else you just want this. So what you can do, just go to lasso, follow magnetic tool, or now I'll just tell you something that is magnetic lasso tool, you know, which it itself will grab to the end of the pixels. For example, I'll show you. It minimizes your effort. Most of the people use magnetic lasso tool because it helps you using properly, you know, it helps you using, you know, in the right way. So you just have to click once, and when you move the mouse, it obviously you don't need to click left mouse button, or you don't need to do anything, you know. Basically you just have to scroll it down, and if you want the selection to get done, see, okay, it's just that you have to keep moving your mouse, that's all. Very easy and very cooperative. This is how you can basically use your mouse. So it's itself getting, you know, selected. So I'm not even clicking a mouse button. Guys, if by mistake any point have occurred, see I have done like this. So you know, if you don't want that, for example, if you have got a point here and you want to go back, just type backspace, so that, you know, the selections will get removed obviously, right? So this is how you do it. This is the easiest way that you can do it. See how nice the selection have happened, right? So now what I'll do, I'll just take move tool, go to here, I'll take move tool, cut it, go here, leave it. We have got this, isn't it? We have got it here. Let's see how it have come. It have come like this. So what you can do, you can select this and type Control U, change the color. So you have changed the color, get that. It's very simple, guys, don't worry, or you know, don't get confused. I'm just placing it here, right? I'll press Control T to make sure am I putting it in a right way or not. I think now I'm putting it in a right way. Yeah, done. So we have something very innovative done here. So we have done something which is very unordinary. So this is what we have done, and this is how it looks like, a new editing file that we have done. So this is how you basically use lasso, polygonal lasso tool and magnetic lasso tool. It's just the selection tools, and this just helps you in doing a lot of editings and all. So this is how it's actually been used, you know. Make sure you practice these, because as much as you practice, you get it. Remember people, while you're selecting, just make sure, for example, if you want to select something, you know, you're going like this. If you want to undo the selection, just do backspace. You know, backspace will help you in doing this. All right. So this is the most important thing that you have to remember. So make sure you always do it in a right format, because the Photoshop is very important thing that you have to remember, because without Photoshop no editing can be done. So this is the basics of everything that you have to remember. So here is the editing file that we have been doing. So this is what we have been doing. So see, I've been doing so many editings, and you know, and I want to go back now. Backspace helps you in going back. Don't forget that, people. So now I'll tell you about magic tool. This is what magic wand tool. And how is this magic wand tool used? I'll tell you. Magic wand tool really helps you in doing your things real fast. For example, you have done a lot of selection here, right? Which I can say you it can be done very easily throughout it. So how can that be possible? I'll let you know. So, oh, I forgot. The shortcut for this is W. So if you just go here, minimize it. Let's see, I want all these clouds in the image to be in my image. So what I'll do, I'll select, if you right click, there is only one magic tool. If you select that, come here and select the white portion. Now wherever you have this color, you know, in that particular portion, the entire thing gets cut. You can basically add this. See, if you can see, the entire color got selected. Easy selection, and you know, if you want the same color to be cut here, this is the easiest way to do it. I'll show you. If you want this thing to be get cut, what I'll do, I'll select this. See, only this color got selected. Alright, so this is the most important thing that you have to remember, because sometimes you need a very quick selection, especially when you cut images. This magic tool will help you in doing the things very faster. See, if you want more to be added, just put the current just place the mouse in the current place and just select it. You'll get selected. This is how you get selected very fast, and you can then, you know, cut it and remove it, no problem in that. Right, people? So this is magic tool. So that magic tool just selects that particular color and that particular place on wherever the color is there, it will get selected automatically. All right. So this is what we have been doing. So now I think I am very clear. This is the image, and we had our image back of it, which we have been editing it. So now, when you only want this particular situation, or when you want to crop the image, obviously crop tool is helped. You know, you can just crop it till wherever you want, crop it. Okay. So here we have another toolbox. Okay. Right. So what I have done, I have edited that, right? If you Control Z, you have been doing on this, right? So this is what you have to remember. If you want to crop something, just select that portion, so this is how it looks. If you want to select a portion, go select, done, and don't forget to hit enter. So enter is something which helps you everywhere in getting that situation at that particular point. Okay. So this is the most important thing that you have to remember, and you can just basically select that and paste it here. All right. Perfect. Okay, let's not do it. This is what you have to remember, people. So we've been doing this, right? So crop tool is also been finished, and crop tool is just to crop images whenever you download anything or whenever you want to cut it anything, or let's see, let us import another image if you have in our desktop. Let's see if we have any image. We don't have any images. I think we might have it in pictures. Yes, beautiful, isn't it? So we'll import this. So you just want this thing to be here, right? So what I'll do, I'll take a crop tool, I'll basically cut this and hit enter, and then I've got it here, right? Although then I'm hitting Control T to transform this image into a smaller size. So now I'll press Alt Shift and minimize it. Right, enter. And that's what we have been doing. So here is the way you do it, or if you don't want this image to be here, you want it to be in our slide, what you'll do, you'll take it, paste it here. So we have it here, right? Done. So now you might have another doubt, right? So what you can do, basically select the white portion, delete it. So the white background is gone, right, people? Now cut it. See the difference between this and this. This has been cut very smoothly, right people? Just because of the magic tool, it's possible. So I'll delete this. I have deleted that. Now I'll put it in our thing. Let's not have this too. Let's have this into our image. Let's put it back of all. We have all in our layers. So this is the easiest way you do the editing. So make sure these are the only things that you have to remember whenever we are editing. So we've been learning magic tool, lasso tool and crop tool on how we are actually cutting and pasting it. So this is not looking good, isn't it? So what we'll do, we will delete this. I think we don't need this. I'll just take this and place it on top of everything. Let's maximize it. Okay, so we'll put it at the corner, and then we'll also put this here, or wherever it matches. So now what I'll do, I'll reduce the opacity of the above one so that it gives you the gloss effect. See, this is what I have done, right? Good to see. Now I'll work on background. Let's go for background, and this white color I want to give something. I'll put it here. Okay. As I have said you, we can transform also. So I have basically done flipping. Perfect. So now what I'll do, I'll go for the background. I'll give a good layer combination. So this is what we've been at. So let us give another nice tone. So here there are two odd colors, and now I'll go for layer, and then I'll go for, or basically if you want to edit this background, if you want to edit this white color into some texture or some nice backgrounds, what you can do, you can basically go for filter and go for brush strokes, anything, you can go for anything. Instead of brush strokes, you can go for sketch, just hit OK, or basically you can also texturize or stylize into you know, a 3D diagram. You know, you can basically do anything because it's all about how you do, you know. And then you can do basic editings also here if you want, you know, which takes your system's power a lot. You should be making sure that you really have a good computer, because if you don't have a good computer, or if you have a good configuration, if you don't have good configuration in your laptop or, you know, desktop that you're working, it won't look good, right? So now I'm going for artistic. I'll give you know, some effect, you know. I'll see this is a plastic wrap and I'll apply that. So what have happened, so there is some gloss effect which have come, a shining effect, a very natural effect, and you can write something here, you know, no problem. Or if you want to go, you don't want to do more, you have paint dubs, which it literally comes like this, so you can also apply that, you know. So I'll go for the plain color, and then you have so many. It's not like one that you have blur, you have brush strokes, you know, you can just go for however you want. It's not getting applied. See, sometimes if your configuration is low, or if you're really not working properly, you know, it won't accept it, you know, it won't accept the command that you want to give it. See, it's not been opening, right? So see, something have happened. So these are all the options that you can have. You can basically have a 3D transform and then hit OK. If it is the only color that you have, then you can basically get transformed. Now we'll see how it will happen. We'll give so it is a plain color, we are not able to see this. Let's apply. It's not coming. So let's see. How we can do it. It's not getting applied because we have a current wrong command situation. Though it is, we have a wrong command situation, it's not happening. Sometimes because either the program what you're running might be literally, you know, having a ROM command situation, because ROM command situation in Photoshop where whatever effect you apply won't get affected because of the wrong command situation. I mean, the Photoshop hangs on because though we have lot of editings that we are doing here, sometimes see now the system is stuck. I mean, you know, because our configuration is little low here. So the system is basically stuck, and even if I am moving the mouse, it's not moving because it's the configuration is little low, because now it is a situation where, yeah, now it's moving. Good. So now I can edit this. So there are situations where your system will get stuck if your computer is very slow or very less configured. So make sure you have a good configuration system whenever you're working on the Photoshop. So people, so today we have learnt about a lasso tool, magnetic tool and crop tool. So tomorrow I'll tell you about this amazing tool, that is we have slice. I mean, how can you slice tools, and you know, we have you know, clone tool, we have brush tool, and we have so many things which we are supposed to learn. So I'm going real quick actually on the classes because we have less time to finish all this. So make sure you learn properly and try practicing all this time, because it will help you in doing more editings on your Photoshop. Alright, so thank you so much for listening to my class, and I'll be taking more classes on Photoshop. So make sure you practice this and get practice, and share this video if somebody really have a help of Photoshop. Right? Thank you so much, and I'm Kranth, and I'm from APSSDC. So make sure you practice all the time, because whenever we have situations where Photoshop is useful, so make sure you use the Photoshop and try practicing it, so that you'll always find it easy to have a situation where you can edit the pictures, and you can put this editing thing on the Photoshop. Right? So try practicing this, and we'll help you more in the next video. So thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.